Hi, Chelie. Okay, so I'm finally getting a chance to show you how to do the wreath that I'm working on now, which is the big fluffy. So I've got all of it done except for 3 sections. I'm doing this on a 14-inch ring. I originally wanted to do it on an 8-inch, but the mesh that I had was too big. It's 10-inch, not 5.5-inch. So I ended up having to switch to the bigger ring. So now I'm going to show you how I make the big fluffs. Okay, let's hope this. Okay, so I've got my working area, and I'm using 3 different colors: pink, green, and yellow. And they're actually going to go with these masks by the time I'm done. So these are going to end up going on it. Not sure what else yet, but this is what's going on it. So I've already cut my mesh into these. I've got my little cutting board, and it's not really 10 inches. It's like I went from 33 to 68. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 35, whatever they call these. I know it's not inches, but basically, you know, you want to cut them long enough. I'd say probably, this is probably about, if I had my ruler, this would be grand. Okay, so anyway, so you cut them all the same length, depending on how big you want your fluff. We'll go over that in the text messages. So then once I have them cut, I just lay it down and I roll the first one like 2 or 3 times, just so that I can get like a little start, and it's got a little roll there. I hope you can see that. You might actually be able to see it better from this side without the sun right behind it. Okay, there. Is that better? Okay, so you've got your little roll here. And then I do a fan. So I'm bringing it this way and then this way. But because I don't like flipping it back and forth, I do a simple gather, which is the same thing. You just gather a piece and bring it up. And then gather a piece and bring it up. I don't have really any place to put the phone, but when you first learn flipping it back and forth, that works. And then when I get to the end here, I go ahead and I take it and I kind of roll that over. It's a little more complicated. I won't get 2 rolls. And I flip that on top of that, pull it together like this. So you've got a fluffy thing like that. So it looks like a little fan. And then because it's hard to keep it on the ring, I do a twist in the middle and hold it together with one hand. Then I go to my ring and I get my wires. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm doing 10 on each section. So with each section from here to here, I'm doing 10. So you can see how I've got all of these here. So then I'm only working on these 2 rows. We'll just call them row 2 and row 3. Okay, I'm only putting them on these 2 rows. So because I did this last one on row 2, I'm going to put this one that I'm adding right now onto row 3. And so then I take and you try and push that out of the way the best you can. Don't worry about hurting it. You're not going to. Take your pipe cleaner, fold it in half. I'm sorry, they call them Chanel channels. And then you want to make sure that it goes onto the ring like so. So that row 2, or I'm sorry, row 3, it's on that. Then you just take your mesh, you lay it on top, and this is where it flattens out a bit. It's hard to see, so you've got it like that, right into the center of, and I hope you can see that. And then you just twist your tie. You can also use zip ties, which I do use for some things, but because I think I'm going to be adding ribbon, I'm going to go ahead, I'm using the pipe cleaners. And then I just push it over and I go on to my next one, which my next color is green. So I do the same thing. I actually usually do this on my lap because it's not slippery. Do my 2 rolls and then do my fan fold. We'll call it fan fold, so that you're fanning it. And then bring that down, roll it, pull it together, fold it in half, I twist it just to kind of hold it there. And we're going on to row 2 here. So we're going to go on this row here. Take your, I did have color coordinating bright Chanel channels or pipe cleaners, whatever you want to call them. But because I only had enough to work on an 8-inch ring, which is what I'd originally planned, I had to improvise and go to other colors. And then you twist. I twist 3 times just because I know I'm going to be adding other things, and then just push it over. And you can mess with it, play with it at the moment, whatever you want to do. I usually wait till the end to see where I'm going to, like this, I'm going to have to pull out. You'll get a few of those around. Sometimes you have to cut them. Sometimes you pull them. You don't want to pull too much or you're going to lose a lot of your mesh. That's one thing I don't like about doing it this way. So then you go on to your yellow and you just repeat the same process. Do your roll first to kind of secure it, and then do your fan. I'm still looking for a better way of doing these, especially when it comes to the 10-inch roll, because it is a little harder to do than like the pull through. So fold it in half, get my center point, twist, and then go back to my row 3 right here. Put in my little pipe cleaners. Make sure I've got it on each side. Then make sure your mesh is in there and twist. And I like to try and have a certain side up. This one I did, yeah, I did, so that the cut part is going to be facing towards the wall. I do try to do that on all of them. It does not always happen because I'm so a perfectionist. I bet you miss me. You miss me now. You miss me now. And then you just basically continue on that process until you fill up the whole entire ring. And then when I get ready to, I'm going to go ahead and finish this off, which probably won't be till later tonight. Gordon's about ready to come home to, and then he's going to want dinner. He's picking up Sierra. So when I get back later tonight, sorry, I have to smoke. I will pick out the ribbon that I'm going to use, and also show you how I'm going to attach the ribbon and the masks, because I do use hot glue for that. So, love you, girl. Miss you. Got to come down and visit. Move down here. We could do crafts together. Love you. Mwah. Bye-bye.